Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. So, farms are getting more and more in debt. More farms are going into foreclosure, and young people don't want to work in the farming industry because of their student loan debt and all this other stuff. This is pretty significant. If we don't have farming, we don't have food. So this was submitted by Lauren D'Alessandro, a Patreon member. Folks, you can support this show for little as $5 a month. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood. You can submit articles like Lauren did. Lauren, thank you so much. You've been supporting this show for a long time. So there's several articles here I'm going to reference, but basically this is what's going on here. No farms for the young. The average American farmer is over 58 with significant barriers to entry. The average is only getting older. So it's a serious issue. Not to mention, we just had a bunch of flooding in the Midwest in this spring. Excessive rains. They're predicting only 58% of the crops are going to be harvested this fall because the flooding prevented people from planting. And so there's that. There's climate change is affecting this. It's affecting our food supply. And now young people don't want to get into it because it's too expensive. Like I did a video on it's too expensive for millennials to buy homes because they got crushing student loan debt. Well, they're dealing that also precludes them from buying into a farm. In addition, found that small farms account for 48% of farmland operated, 47% of the value of the farm real estate, land and buildings, 20% of agriculture sales, and earn 5% of the country's set farm income is from small farms, right? The backbone of America. Farmageddon. Farm loan delinquencies and bankruptcies soar. Incomes plunge. So we've talked about we're facing another mortgage. There's another mortgage bubble because Obama didn't regulate shit. Didn't put anyone behind bars. He should have jailed. If I was president, all the Wall Street CEOs would be in jails, and I would perp walk them, man, in an orange jumpsuit across the lawn of the White House. I'd perp walk them. So now, because farmers, it's getting too expensive, they're defaulting on loans. We have student loan crisis. We have a car loan bubble. The economy is set to just nosedive. So here's this. Percentage of commercial agricultural loans more than 30 days past due. Real estate delinquency, non-real estate delinquency. It took a dip and now it's going back up. The end of 16, it's going back up. This is the last recession right here. Look at this map. Chapter 12, farm bankruptcies by state. I guess these states, maybe they're not having them or they're not reporting them. 45 in Wisconsin, 31 in Minnesota, 24 in New York, 39, what is that? That's Kansas, I think. People are going to get mad. There's Iowa, Missouri, that's Kansas, that's Nebraska, that's South Dakota. Look at that. They have more than Texas or California. Georgia, look at this. This is from the Farm Bureau. 28 to 2019. We've also got, guess what? We've talked about this in terms of rents. But if all the real estate and the rents and the mortgages and everything's going up, of course it's going to affect farm owners because they own land. Land has skyrocketed 400 to 900% since the last farm crisis in the 80s. 400 to 900%? You know what this means? 50% of farmers have to have second jobs. have an additional occupation to make ends meet. The problem is in small towns, there's not as many jobs available because there just aren't as many people. That's why people come to the big city. You can get a job. I mean, they're not great and the cost of living is high, but you could, I've met, I don't know how many like Lyft drivers I've met who live way out, 70, 80, 100 miles outside of Los Angeles, but they come drive into LA to drive for Lyft. If you live out in the rural and there's no big city, So this is a serious issue that's happening. And Trump, passed a law saying allowing more farmers to go to Chapter 12 because Chapter 11 is more expensive. I mean, that's good, but the fact, giving farmers an easier bankruptcy, a less expensive bankruptcy, that's a good thing, but that's not addressing the overall problem, which is why are there so many bankruptcies? But this is, and the tariffs to China. I did a video last year about how the trade war with China is hurting American farmers. Isn't that who the people Trump said he was going to help? He doesn't care. He's a rich kid. He's never worked a day in his life. He doesn't care. Obama didn't care. Bush didn't care. Clinton didn't care. Joe Biden doesn't care. Kamala Harris doesn't care. Liz Warren will talk like she cares and repeat things Bernie says, but she doesn't care. This is just awful, man. So, thank you, Lauren D'Alessandro, for giving this to us, to have this information. That's why I love the Patreon. You guys give me information that I wasn't aware of, and I can spread it out to more people. If you're a farmer or work in the agriculture industry, and please put your story in the comment section. That's so helpful. Like I did a Medicare for All video, and everybody put their insurance stories. Tell me what it's like. If you own a farm somewhere, tell me what you're going through. Put it in the comment section. Am I wrong? Maybe your farm. If your farm's doing well, put it down in there. But give us real people living this actual, hear from real people. It's why I always tell my foreclosure story, because most people are like, wow, I didn't know anybody who went through that. I went through that. So if you work in the farm, if you own a farm, you have a family farm, give us your story. Put it in the comment section so all of us can read it. I've lived in big cities my whole life. I got cousins that live in Montana that are farmers. My stepmom grew up on a farm, but I don't know I got to see what the farm life was like, but I know how expensive it is. Tell us your story. Put it in the comments section. Like, subscribe, and share these videos, folks. Watch the ads all the way through. When you click skip ad, I don't get paid. Support what I'm doing. Make sure you hit subscribe. YouTube has been throttling my numbers again, man. They're doing it to all of us again. We were doing great in July and August, the beginning part of September, and then they started throttling again. So support what I do at rockfin.com/Graham Elwood is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. All my videos are on Rockfin. There's no ads. Also, you can support at patreon.com/Graham Elwood so that I can bring stories like this the mainstream media is not bringing you. Thanks for watching. You're all making Gotham great again.